You've just spent hundreds, maybe even thousands of pounds on a CQC-approved policy pack. You feel a sense of relief thinking you're on the fast track to getting your service registered. You submit your application and then silence. It's followed by a notification that your application has been returned or rejected. Now you're facing months of costly delays, lost income, and the sinking feeling of having to figure out what went wrong. One of the most common culprits, those policies you paid for. In this video, I'm going to break down the top reasons why generic copy and paste policies can lead to a rejected CQC application and what you need to do to make sure yours gets approved the first time. First, let's get one thing straight about how the CQC sees your policies. They aren't just a pile of documents to tick a box. For a new provider, your policies are the main piece of evidence you submit to prove you can and will run a safe, effective, and well-led service. The CQC has a legal duty to be satisfied that you will comply with regulations before they grant your registration, not just hope you'll figure it out as you go. So when they receive a policy pack that is obviously generic, it sends a powerful and negative message. The submission of weak or generic policies is one of the most frequent reasons for registration failure. From the CQC's perspective, if your documents are clearly cut and pasted, it suggests you don't truly understand your own service or the legal requirements you're about to be bound by, and that raises serious questions about your ability to operate safely. An inspector can spot a generic policy from a mile away. These documents often contain fatal flaws that instantly undermine your credibility. For instance, they might reference the wrong service type, like care home policies submitted for a home care agency. They might mention software you don't use, or, and this happens more than you'd think, they still have another company's name buried somewhere in the text. More importantly, they often fail to align with your statement of purpose. The CQC expects a perfectly coherent picture where your application, your statement of purpose, and your policies all tell the exact same story about what you do, who you support, and how you do it. When a policy for a small startup mentions a falls clinic, but your statement of purpose makes no mention of it, the CQC doesn't see ambition. They see a provider who hasn't done their homework. Many providers who buy a policy pack assume it contains everything the CQC needs. This is a dangerous assumption. Often these packs are missing key policies that the CQC considers essential, such as those for safeguarding, whistleblowing, infection control, medicines management, and complaints. Also, the care sector is constantly evolving with new regulations and guidance. The CQC's own approach has shifted to the new single assessment framework, which is built around a series of quality statements that describe what good care looks like. An off-the-shelf pack may contain outdated references to old frameworks like the KLOEs or to legislation that has been withdrawn. Submitting policies with old information is a clear signal to the CQC that you are not engaged with current best practices, which immediately undermines their confidence in you to be a well-led provider. Ultimately, your policies are the blueprint for your service. If you haven't written them or at least deeply customized them, it raises a critical question for the CQC. Do you actually know how to run your own service? This can become painfully obvious during the registered manager interview. Inspectors will typically ask practical, scenario-based questions about how you would handle a safeguarding concern or manage a medication error. If your spoken answers don't match the procedures written in your policies, they'll know your governance is policy on paper only. This directly undermines the well-led and safe key questions, which are fundamental to getting registered. So what's the solution? Don't start from a blank page, but never ever submit unedited templates. Use a reputable policy pack as a starting point, a framework to build upon. You have to go through every single policy and customize it. Ask yourself, does this policy name our service? Does it reflect our specific client group and the regulated activities we've applied for? Are the job titles and procedures described here what we will actually use day to day? If the answer is no, you need to rewrite it until it's a true reflection of your unique service. Like and subscribe for more insightful content, and don't forget to share this video with others interested in CQC registration.